first time I'm looking at this stuff. So the gate was 17,200,000. The attendance was 20,034. The fight of the night was Ferguson and Pettis. Ladd and Derek Lewis got the performance bonuses. I don't know if you guys are interested in the 50-50 raffle, but it was $65,630. It's pretty good. So $35,815 went to the winner. Yeah, if you give a shit, that's it.
Well, Damon, as you can imagine, we're all trying to make sense of what happened after the fight. Right now, just in your words, can you tell us what you saw, what did happen, what unfolded after everything?
Yeah, so I saw one of Connor's guys yelling at Habib, and Habib ran and jumped over the octagon, and went after him. Then eventually, two of Habib's guys got into the octagon, and one guy hit Connor with some shots and from behind, and then that's it. That's what I've seen. Look, the Nevada State Athletic Commission pulled the footage from us, and there's an investigation going on. They are withholding Habib's purse. They are not withholding Conor McGregor's. They looked at the footage and felt that there was no need to withhold his purse, so they gave him his, and they're keeping Habib's.
With that in mind, I mean, we didn't see the belt put on Habib tonight. Is he still currently right now the champion, or is that something you're reviewing as well?
Yeah, no, listen, being in there in the middle of this thing when it was going on, I felt that I have to start worrying about the fans and people that are inside the arena, media, the guys that are, that are there watching the fight. And I felt that if we put the belt on him in the middle of the octagon, it was going to rain. And I thought that people would throw whatever they had into the octagon, and I thought it would be a dangerous situation, so I didn't do it. I said, we're going to be lucky just getting him out of here without him getting pelted. So that's what we try to do.
You mentioned the athletic commission, but we saw Las Vegas Metro involved as well. I'm sure it's still kind of unfolding right now, but are you aware of any legal implications, any charges that are being filed against Habib, his teammates?
The way that works is Conor was one of the guys who was attacked and things like that. Conor refused to press charges. So the guys that they did have, they've released. There were 3 guys from Habib's team arrested. I think they were from Habib's team, I don't know, that were arrested, and they were released because Conor didn't want to press charges.
How about for you internally? I mean, it looked like 2 of the guys that got in there, we believe were on the roster. I mean, Islam Makhachev and Zubair Tukhugov. Would you take sanctioning against them or Habib?
Of course. The guys who jumped in will never fight here. They'll never fight here. Listen, I've been working hard for 18 years to build this sport, and many of you, I know there's a lot of media here tonight, and some of you, this is your first event. I can promise you this is not what a mixed martial arts event is normally like. And when you have such an amazing event that we've worked hard to build over the last several months, and it goes perfect. I mean, literally, it was too eerie. I kept saying, this is too crazy, man. Everybody made weight, everything's so smooth, everything's this and that. Took all the right precautions, Those of you that have been to many events too, you've never seen this many Metro police officers in the building, and security was unbelievable. We had meetings. I think the last meeting we had with both teams was during the OSP Reyes fight. We did another meeting with them on what's going to happen. This is the way I was going into the octagon, and nobody else until I felt like we had control, and I would determine who could come in and who couldn't. Everybody signed up, and everybody's cool, but I don't know. Nobody saw Habib diving over he scaled that thing like he was a parkour guy. It happened so fast. The police did what they could do, and the security. But they did a great job of containing it. Because I know, listen, I was at the Tyson Holyfield fight when that thing was crazy. It just spilled out into the crowd, then it spilled out into the casino, and it just seemed like it wouldn't stop. And when it started, I had visions of that, because I was there. It was fucking scary. And they did a great job of containing it, because usually that stuff spreads like a wildfire. So props to them and thanks to them.
Danny, I know you always tell us that you never tell guys what to say or what not to say or how to hype a fight or whatever, but this thing was so emotionally, politically, charged in the build-up to it. After this happened, is there any regret that maybe you allowed it to go on or didn't step in?
This isn't the last time. This isn't the last time guys are going to say mean things to each other. It's the fight business, It's the fight game. It's how it works. So, listen, the people have been saying mean things to each other for 18 years here at the UFC. Nothing like this has ever happened.
And last thing for me, Dan, I appreciate you talking about this. A rematch between those two seems both incredibly lucrative and also incredibly scary, with what would happen. So give us an idea kind of where you stand. I mean, should these guys run it back, or is that an awful idea for the UFC?
We have to see what happens with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. I mean, not just the commission. I mean, there's going to be fines. There's going to be God knows what, Can these guys get visas and get back in the country? You know what I mean? And I mean Habib. We'll see how this thing plays out. And, like I was saying, been doing this for 18 years and the biggest night ever, and I couldn't be more disappointed. You know me, I'm usually mad at everything, but I'm not even mad. I'm just really disappointed.
Dana, you said that the bus incident was disgusting. The press conference was the darkest press conference ever. Today you're disappointed. Do you regret using the bus footage, which kind of incensed Conor? I mean, looking back to kind of how it ended up right now, would you do the same again?
I would.
Okay.
It's part of the story.
Yeah. Where's Khabib? Where's Khabib right now?
He's here.
Is Khabib? Are we going to be able to talk to him, or
I think so. Yeah, he'll be here.
Okay. Did you get a chance to talk to Conor after the whole incident, and kind of what's his mind frame after the fight, and also
he didn't care. He didn't care about the fight. Meaning the fight after. He was more concerned about the fight. The fight.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said, "Listen, man, I'm upset. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. We don't like each other. Whatever." He didn't press charges. He doesn't like Habib and the whole deal, but he didn't press charges against him and his team. He doesn't care about that. He cares that he lost the fight.
Have you talked to Khabib? Right?
I have not.
What did he say to you in the octagon?
Who?
Habib, I saw you talking to him in the octagon.
Yeah. So Habib, he said, put my belt on me. And I said, no, we're not going to put the belt on you because I think that the fans are going to go crazy and they're going to throw stuff in here. He says, I don't care. I'm ready for this. I said, yeah, well, the other 20,000 people that are sitting here and paid for tickets aren't ready for this. You know what I mean? And he said, if I have to be arrested, then I have to be arrested, but I want my belt put on me. And then finally, Cormier and Rockhold did a great job helping contain, the situation to get him out of there.
Was it a bad thing from the standpoint? Everybody's talking. Nobody was mad. There wasn't any fans who were saying, "I'll never watch UFC again." They're talking, "When are these guys going to fight again?" So, is it a bad thing or is it a good thing?
No, it's definitely not a good thing. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm taking it harder than most people would because it's I don't know. It's just not who we are. It's not what we do. You guys know. You've been to a million events, man. Million events. This ain't like a Red Sox-Yankees game. It's not like, believe me, I've been to some Red Sox-Yankees game that'll scare the shit out of anybody. This is not what we're about. This isn't what we do. This isn't how we act. And, it's unfortunate that the night that the most people are watching, this shit show goes on that happened.
Do you feel, Dana, if you had taken action after the bus incident, like, the legal process took place, but you were adamant you weren't going to do anything, had you suspended Conor for, X period of time, that you don't think that would have had any deterrent?
It had nothing to do with that. He wasn't coming back and saying he wants to jump over the fence because we didn't suspend Conor. He jumped over the fence because Conor's guy was talking shit to him.
No, understood, but don't you think that just the fact that it set the tone, like allow that to happen, if there had been some...
Do you have any idea how much money it cost Conor?
I don't.
The whole thing, that's fucking millions of dollars.
But the thing is, like Khabib doesn't know that, or Khabib's team doesn't know that. And so
They know that.
The argument, the point I'm making, not an argument, I'm asking you a question, would be, is a deterrent effect if you say you look in the NFL or wherever, they suspend the guys for a period of time, it serves as a deterrent to not other people to not do that same thing. And I guess that's what I'm saying. Had you taken some action on the UFC part, you violated the code of conduct or whatever you want to say you did, would that not have maybe prevented some of the heated stuff that happened in this promotion?
I would, listen, we didn't, so I don't know, but I would say no. If we suspended Conor, I don't think that was going to stop or slow down or hinder the hatred between these two camps. And I'm sure these guys don't give a shit about suspensions and stuff like this. It's so much bigger than that to these guys. This is some street shit that's going on here. This isn't sport. This is completely different. The suspensions and whatever, none of that stuff matters. And the suspension might have pissed them off even more because Khabib wanted to fight him. Khabib was ready to, Khabib wanted to fight him as soon as it was possible. So me going out and suspending Conor definitely doesn't do that for him.
Can you take a question about the actual fight?
Yeah.
Your pretty impressions of Khabib's performance tonight, and does a fight with Tony Ferguson make sense given that might have been one of the greatest fights in UFC history?
Sure. No, the fight was incredible. The Pettis fight of the night, Pettis fight was awesome. They both look great. And then I thought the main event was awesome too, until the end. I thought the first round Conor actually did a good job of, normally when Khabib gets you down there, he smashes you in that position. Conor did a good job of defending that first round, but then Khabib does what he does and he starts to wear you out, and that's exactly what he did to Conor.
The last question, any update on how the pay-per-view did?
I haven't even looked at. That's what I should be in here bragging about right now is the pay-per-views. But no, I haven't even looked at that. I haven't even talked about it with anybody or.
When will you know?
Probably after this, I'll grab somebody and figure out.
Anybody that has been interested, would you text them and let them know?
Initially, what
Anybody who's interested, would you text them and let them know?
I might.
Question over here, Dana. Obvious, just over here. So is it 100% certain that Khabib will not be stripped of the title after what happened tonight?
No, it's not 100%. That's Khabib does. The thing is, we're regulated by the Nevada State Athletic Commission or whatever state we're in, right? The Nevada State Athletic Commission is going to go after him, I'm sure, pretty hard. He doesn't have to worry about me right now. He has to worry about Nevada. The governor was here tonight. The governor went running out of the building. That's not good. Governor running out of the building isn't good. He's in trouble.
What do you make of Tony Ferguson? Because obviously he was the interim champion before. Is there a chance that he could become interim champion again while this whole thing's being figured out?
I am completely not thinking about any of that shit. I'm not even thinking about pay-per-views. That's how messed up I am right now. So, yeah, I'm not even thinking about that stuff. Obviously, he put on an incredible performance. He got hurt. He came back, won the fight, and Ferguson. So happy that he actually stepped up and fought on this card too. That's how you stay active. You stay in front of the fans, especially as many people that were watching tonight, and everybody loved that fight. It was a really good night for Tony.
And just finally, obviously a big fight looking like it's going to happen between Dustin and Nate. Is there a chance that McGregor may face Nate now to sort of take a break from this whole Khabib thing?
Might face who?
Nate.
Nate. I don't. Nate's fighting in New York, so.
If he does win that fight, do you think that's a fight?
I don't know. Again, things I'm not thinking about. We good?
Did you talk to Bennett at all?
I talked to Bennett? Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, no, I talked to Bennett about, he said he was withholding both purses. He's gonna not give these guys their money. Then, they went in, they pulled a bunch of footage from us, they did some, and they called him back and said, we gave McGregor, they did an interview with McGregor, and then they gave him his purse, and they're withholding Khabib's.
Any other?
That's it, that's all we talked about. Go ahead.
I'm Russian reporter Igor Lazorov from Los Angeles.
I almost said, go ahead, Stipe. Give Stipe Miocic a mic here.
Thank you.
What's up, buddy?
Reporter from Los Angeles, Igor Lazorov. We heard that 3 guys from Habib team arrested. They're free now, and I heard that Zubair Tukhugov was in arrest, and will he fight against Lobov?
So what I heard is that 3 of his guys were arrested. I don't know who they were, but then they went to Conor McGregor to press charges, and McGregor said he would not press charges, so they were released. And yes, if they are guys who are under contract